Maps web application is a subset of Vertice's innovative public participatory GIS mapping tools, which have been used by people and communities to map a variety of subjects and share it with others through the World Wide Web. No software or knowledge of programming is required. If you know how to use the internet, you can navigate, help create, and update a map. Fund for an Open Society offers the tool free of charge to older suburbs, which are members of the First Suburbs Network. First suburbs are those communities that formed the early waves of suburbanization and have common features that give them a distinct set of strengths and challenges. They are those American communities in OpenMaps is a simple and effective tool for community asset mapping. It lets residents upload information and meet. OpenMaps are the perfect way to get residents and non-residents alike excited about your first suburb's cultural, educational, commercial, recreational, and other assets. Each town builds a map that resides on the OpenMaps server, and they get their own domain name at www.openmaps.info/name of the town. Use the map to navigate around town, as a marketing tool to prospective residents and businesses, and as an exercise in community spirit and participation. Bring people together around common assets and boast about them to the web. Towns want their maps to be intentional, powerful, affirmative marketing tools, which are accurate and useful. To ensure that the open map will be the product you want, it is important to understand the role of the local administrator of the map tool. The local administrator has control over the community asset map for a particular town by granting resident access, approving and deleting data as needed, editing the interface, and more. The local administrator will want to be strategic about how data is collected, entered, updated, and conveyed. While anyone on the World Wide Web can view your asset map, the local administrator can create login and passwords for residents, and those with passwords are the only ones who can enter data. Thus, the best way you can ensure that data entry will be accurate, appropriate, standardized, and true to the goal of positive marketing is to grant access only to existing. For instance, who better to enter detailed information about the parks, swimming pools, tennis courts, and soccer fields than the recreation department or a trusted volunteer? Employees or trusted resident volunteers working for these departments will likely already have the knowledge and information needed to fill out the data points. Besides login access, the local administrator has other features available to them for site management. Local administrators can delete a user's account or restrict access so that any data they enter will need approval before it's uploaded to the map. The local administrator can delete any data that may be erroneous or inappropriate. In summary, the local administrator will have the final say on how the map is presented and should be thoughtful about who will get access and how the final product will appear. When a user accesses an OpenMap domain, www.openmaps.info/name of township, that user will be zoomed onto the map to that town specifically. Users will not see points in other towns unless they enter another openmaps.info URL extension. Users can zoom out and in and change the map view from satellite image to map image to a hybrid of both. OpenMaps offers specific groups of assets found in most first suburb communities. These groups or layers can be found on the right side of the map and can be clicked on or off to display or hide that group. They include educational, municipal buildings and services, and cultural. Users can search functions on the right side to find a point by its name or within a specific category. Fund for an Open Society will include a link to its webpage in a banner slot on the top right, and community. On the bottom right side is the login button, where those who have been granted a username and password by the local administrator can enter and create data points. When doing so, a user will be asked to upload all information and media, preview it, and submit. It will appear on the map, or in the case of a restricted user. Soon, users will find a map overflowing with community assets. Data points can also be entered using Excel. OpenMaps gives towns what they need to produce a great community asset map. But there are limitations to this free of charge version. Suppose a town would like to add more layers for other kinds of assets. What about adding private functions that only government departments can view? And how might a town engage in other projects with a participatory mapping tool that would be better placed on a separate map and separate domain? Here are some examples that towns using OpenMaps may desire. Additional features would be handled by a contractual relationship with vertices or virtual access to virtual tours. Through a partner company, Virtual Access Tours, three-dimensional views of downtown districts, historic buildings, or just about any other asset can be added. Vertices can add features like a redevelopment layer. By adding a function to your town map, you can mark brownfield or grayfield sites and describe upcoming projects in those areas. Or parcel layers, adding block and lot data layers for public or maybe administrative use only. If a local administrator is interested in advanced features and tools, please inquire with Fund for an Open Society and we'll make the proper referrals to our partners. Public participatory GIS can meet a wide range of needs in towns, be they marketing, administrative, communicative, or other. Please contact Fund for an Open Society to begin your free of charge community asset map today.